I am switching to devices with replaceable batteries. In this video, I want to take maybe 10 minutes or so to just geek out on some of this replaceable battery tech that I wasn't aware was on the market, but Samsung does offer a fair amount of options that are really cool to check out. Because truth be told, one of the first things to give out on my older Samsung devices is the battery. This is my Galaxy S20 Ultra. Would work perfectly fine if it had a good battery, but maybe it's because I had it sitting idle for too long for too many years. But battery swelling is something that does exist on Samsung devices. So with that in mind, if I'm investing hundreds of dollars into a product, I think it would be worth considering something with maybe a replaceable battery, so that if something does happen to this someday, all you have to do is just take this out, spend maybe up to $50 USD, slide this back in, and you're good to go with your phone again. With some of the newer releases of some of these products, they have, I would say, good enough specs. And if you find them at the right price, you're getting good enough tech compared to a lot more modern devices, and getting some really nice conventional features such as battery swapping. Maybe this is a bit dramatic, but we're about to have a winter storm here soon where I live here in the States. So having some battery backups, I have all my devices fully charged. I'm ready for whatever happens, at least from my tech and device perspective. So really there's three options here in Samsung's kind of rugged and battery replaceable lineup at the time of this video. And as far as I'm aware, have the Galaxy Tab Active 5, the smaller tablet, the Xcover 7 Pro, the larger size smartphone, and the newer Galaxy Tab Active 5 Pro. This is the new larger one. You can put double batteries in it. And that is another element of these batteries being so interesting, because the battery cells that are in this larger tab, they fit into the smaller tablet. So you can swap batteries between devices even if you want. A nice ecosystem of products. Definitely something that is, I think, potentially worth considering. I'm kind of putting my time and energy and money into it just to see if it's worth some of the compromises compared to a lot of other modern devices. My gateway into this began with the Galaxy Tab Active 5. So this one, I think, idealistically is the best option of all of the rugged devices, because you have a one-handed tablet here. If you get the 5G version, you can put your SIM card in this, use this as a big phone. You have S Pen support with this device. There are just some unfortunate cons with this one from a tech perspective. There is just a single speaker setup on this one. There's no dual speakers like on a lot of other modern Samsung devices, and a little bit of an inferior display on this kind of brings down the experience a bit. Love the stubby little plastic S Pen, super lightweight that comes with it. Comes with a case in the box. These come with a lot of stuff in the box. Like I mentioned, the same exact 4900 milliamp hour battery pack in this smaller Active 5, also here in the Tab Active 5 Pro, the larger one. So I've been more seriously checking out this Galaxy Tab Active Pro 5G recently, because this is just the newer tablet, and there are some enhancements made to this one compared to that smaller Tab Active 5. Like I showed a few times now, the dual battery setup, I absolutely love this on this one. You can swap the batteries on this while keeping the tablet on, whereas on that smaller Tab Active 5 and on the phone, if you take out the battery out of it, it completely shuts off the device. You have to turn it back on. It does take an extra couple of minutes to get your phone back up and running. Whereas on this larger one, I can take out one of the batteries, keep one in to keep it powered, grab my other battery, put it in there, and I'm good to go. The battery's increased, and I still have everything running on the tablet. And also the fact that you can take the batteries out entirely and just plug in a power source and you can run the tablet. Then it's super lightweight in the hand. Putting this larger tablet on here, 622 grams. Now let's see how much of that weight is the batteries. So if I take both of these out, put them on here, there you go, 200 grams. That's kind of what I was thinking. It was going to be about a third of the weight of the device. So I was doing this the other day, just using this tablet without the batteries in it, plugged into a power source. Honestly, might be one of my use cases moving forward. If I just have this at the side of my work table or something, just keep it plugged in and don't even need to have the batteries in it at all. The one con though, with the larger tablet here, it is just a little bit more work to take on and off this back plate. That's why I've just had it off for this video, as you saw, just in my room, because it's just easier to keep it off and swap out those batteries whenever I want to. Whereas you can see here, I'm trying to get every single click. There's about 30 of them or so. And then you will still always miss one or two that then you kind of take an extra minute to just go around and see, okay, did I get all the tabs in there? All right, good to go. So maybe I'm crazy, but I did buy 2 of these. I saw these. These are the 5G version with 5G connectivity. They were used like new for $400 each on Amazon, and one of them was brand new in box. I was able to unbox it for my review video that I'll have out eventually. And if I wanted to buy extra batteries separately, I'd have to go on a website, buy them for $50 each, potentially buy a $50 to $100 charging stand to charge these dedicated batteries. I just figured for the $400 price, getting an entire solid tablet here in addition to an extra set of batteries, I can always be using one of these as that charging bay to always have a set of batteries charged up to swap out whenever I want to. And now that I have these 2 and this smaller one, now I technically have 5 batteries on hand that could go into this smaller tab. So just a ton of battery life for an extreme use case potentially. And last but not least, the Galaxy Xcover 7 Pro. This one also just really interested me, even though the price tag, it is high comparative to getting other Samsung phones with arguably better tech in it. But in my first week or 2 of usage with this, I would say it checks enough boxes for it to be a good enough experience for a lot of people. And in addition to getting that battery swap tech, and also honestly, what is one of the most amazing feeling phones I've ever used. Easiest way to describe this phone is it basically just has a case built into it already, so you don't even need to get a case for this phone. Have a nice flat back, so it's really good on the surface. You don't have some big camera module making it wobbly. There's some of these indentations in the siding of the phone that no matter how you hold the phone, you're going to have a perfect grip of this, whether you have gloves on or just anytime you're using the phone. The ridges have a really good feel and overall just a softer plastic touch on this Xcover 7 Pro compared to the tablets. These have a harder plastic on them. It just feels a little more slippery and not nearly as comfortable in the hand. Whereas on this Xcover 7 Pro, honestly, it is the best feeling phone I have ever used. There are definitely some extra bezels going on. You have a classic teardrop design from many years ago at this point, some big chunky chin at the bottom. But again, some nice added functionality bits. So you have an action button on the side here. You can do whatever you want with that. We have a flashlight button on the top, so can go ahead, click that whenever. Absolutely love the side-mounted fingerprint sensor on any Samsung phone. Love that it's here as well. Everything just feels really nice on this phone despite some outdated tech, and found these on Amazon discounted in about the $350 range, which I then decided to take advantage of the battery tech. I did pick up actually a few of these, so I have 3 batteries now to go with this. And again, I just kind of figured for the price of the phone itself, if you would get a battery here, it might be up to $50 to $75 for just the battery, and then getting a dedicated charging dock to go with that battery, another $50 to $100 or so. I just decided to pay the $350 to get the entire phone. I now have a charging bay, another battery to use with this setup. It is not just a one-off experience for me to have battery swelling on some of my older Samsung devices. So Galaxy S20 here now. That one also swelled up. I have a couple others swelled up that I really should not be having here. Is this still viable tech in 2026 using replaceable batteries? Is this outdated at this point? Is this of any interest to anyone out there? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to give a like on the way out. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.